seen. Anyway, so yes, this is Faeria. Today's going to be a little bit more of a chill stream. I'm going to play like an hour more than they've asked me to. So I'm going to keep it chill. I'm going to answer some more questions that aren't necessarily about the game. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe you guys will enjoy it. I do want to do just a match at the start so you guys can understand what the game is all about before I continue my Pandora. Because I know some of you guys are probably watching it for the first time. But again, keep in mind, and I'm going to try to repeat this throughout the stream, because I think it's an important fact. Like, Faeria is an early access. To gain access to the game, you normally have to pay like $6 or $7 or something. But today, and today only, you can get Faeria for free, and it will stay on your account. So I know some of you guys are like free-to-play card game players. Today is the day to get the game. Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna show you guys a highlight of my Dream Dragons 3 Wishes deck. So, I'll just explain some mechanics briefly here. So let's take a look at a card like... Actually, let's take a look at a card like Spell Whirl. Spell Whirl is a cool card. So you see Spell Whirl, it's a spell. It has a 0 cost for Faeria. Faeria is like the mana equivalent for Faeria. Faeria is the resource. It's like mana. If mana was the resource, the game might be called mana. Okay. So it costs 0 Faeria. But it requires you to have 2 lakes. So the blue symbol is a lake, the red symbol is a mountain, the yellow symbol is a desert, and the green symbol is a forest. And these are land tiles that you create. Generally, you create them with your 1-turn ability, but you can create them through cards. Like Water Elemental, the gift is an on-play effect. You can create another land that turn if you wish. So back to a card like Spell Whirl. It requires you to have 2 lakes, but it does not consume the lakes. So if you had 2 lakes, exactly 2 lakes, you could play an infinite number of Spell Whirls. You could play Spell Whirl, get Spell Whirl, and then just, if you happen to get Spell Whirl again, you literally could play it infinite number of times. Because it does not consume the lake. So, but it would consume Faeria. So let's say like Triton Chef. This consumes 2 Faeria. You get 3 Faeria at the start of each turn, and if you have an active creature next to one of the 4 Faeria wells, you can get up to an additional 4 every turn. And you can get an additional 1 if you use your on-turn ability. Instead of dropping a land or drawing a card, you can also add an extra Faeria. The 2 big strategic components to the game are Faeria management, because Faeria does not deplete at the end of every turn. So if you know in, like, you guys know how to play Hearthstone? In Hearthstone, your mana goes away if you don't use it. In Faeria, it does not. So that makes it a very complex tempo game, because you know, is it better if you have 3 Faeria? Is it better to play a 3 Faeria guy? Or is it better to wait 2 turns and play a 9 Faeria giant creature? You know, there's merits to both, and I don't think either one is objectively the best case. So because of that, it's very, very in-depth. And the other part is the positioning. So it is a card game, but at the same time, positioning and creating the board that you play by dropping land tiles has a huge strategic aspect that I still kind of suck at. But I have played the game a lot. I think I'm like at 60-65 hours now, and I got the basics down pretty well, I think. So the deck I'm going to play here, it's Day of the Dragons. Add the 4 dragons to your hand. One of the dragons is Garudon, Heart of the Mountain. So it's 10 Faeria, 6/6 flying. Flying means it can go over tiles that don't have land on them, because originally the map is an ocean. Charge 2 allows it to move 2 spaces instead of the normal 1 from the on-turn move. And the gift, when you play him, it does 3 damage to all enemy creatures. So it's kind of like my board clear of the deck. and I use Aurora's Creation, add a copy of a creature to your hand, it costs 5 less, to basically create extra copies. And that's how I cleared the board several times. The idea of the deck is to develop 2 or more of each of the 4 land types to use 3 wishes, which is a 0 Faeria cost spell that gives me 4 life and copies the top 3 cards from my opponent's deck. And because I have all the different lands at that point, I can probably actually play the cards that I get from my opponent's deck. It's a very powerful card, but it requires you to play all 4 land types, which is something I never thought you'd want to do in this game. They released this card like a few weeks ago, and I got it automatically because in Faeria you can pay, right now it's $50, but I think they're increasing it. You can pay $50 to get all the cards in the game, and when they add new cards, I've just gotten those for free. So I just got 3 wishes for free when they designed it, because I purchased all the cards with 50 bucks. And yeah, I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. I never played a deck with more than 2 land types because that seems like a bad idea. But then I tried this, and this is easily my favorite deck. I actually am not sure I've ever lost with it. I think I'm like 7-0 with this deck. But I am a pretty low ranking in Constructed. So, yeah, that's the disclaimer. Alright, so let me just play a Constructed game, show you guys some of the basics. Oops. And then we will resume my Pandora run. So I'm queuing for like casual and ranked mode at the same time. You can do that just to get a slightly faster queue. Judo is awesome to watch. Possibly. Do I have a lisp now? I don't think so. A lisp? No, you can't make the Olympics there, man. Alright, so we're playing a ranked match. I'm against a rank 13 player. I'm rank 19. So you get to redraw a few of the cards in your mulligan stage. This is the turn timer here, so you can see it's depleting. I think I'm going to keep Spell Whirl. Spell Whirl is a nice card. Usually generates some whatever cards just to keep my opponent busy. So I went second. Going second gives you the Explore card, which creates a Prairie, which is a blank land tile, and it gives me 2 Faeria. Now I think I'm going to start with lakes. I'm going to try to play this guy first. This is just a whatever creature, but the idea is if I have a creature on the board, I can gather Faeria, so he'll pay for himself. Actually, he'll pay for himself instantly, because the next card with 7+ costs 3 less. But I can't play him right away, so I think what I'll do is just play a lake. Because this costs 2, this requires you to have 2 lakes. So I have the 3 Faeria, but I don't have the 2 lake threshold requirement. I can't play anything the first turn. I'm going to pass. But you saw with my 1 turn ability, I could have created any of the 4 land tiles, 2 blank tiles, as my opponent just created there. Or I can gain an extra Faeria, or I can draw an extra card. So here, I'm going to play a lake tile there. I'm going to Spell Whirl first, because maybe I'll get something better to play than the Spring Monkey. Whenever you gather Faeria from an opponent's well, gain +1/+1, and that's not happening. Give a creature protection. That's actually pretty useless right now. However, it's important to note that gift abilities, like on-play abilities, can target the creature that is triggering the effect. So if I play this, I can give itself protection. Let me play the Spring Maki there, and the next card with original costs 7 or more. I draw, costs 3. Oh, costs 3 less. Not too much sense exploring yet. Looks like he's also playing a control deck. Wow, that's pretty amazing. I think I'm gonna try doing red here. I could play the Gabrian Warden, giving one of them protection, but it's gonna take a long time for it to pay off. I think I'm better off just saving my Faeria and dropping a red dragon as soon as possible. So next turn I'm going to gain 3. If this is still alive, I'm going to gain 4. And then I can gain 5, 6. So I can't play anything this turn, or the next turn, but I can play almost whatever I want the turn after that. I want some flexibility, so I'm thinking of playing the forests first. Though I could play the mountain. Let me play the mountain. Okay, so next turn I can play the blue or the red dragon. I think the maximum hand size is 9. But I'm not sure if it gets reduced in the middle or at the end of your turn. So I guess we'll find out. Oh, I just got screwed. Whoops. Okay, well there's no deserts, so I guess I'll drop a forest tile. I'll drop a forest tile there, and play the dragon there. The on-play effect dealt 3 to all enemy creatures, killing both of his. Now I could play the green dragon. If I play the green dragon, I can move and attack, but I can't attack and then move. So the green dragon buffs, and I'm going to get a kill there. I'm going to move that guy up only 1, so I can be in range of this Faeria well, and then grab that one next turn. Now, I imagine he has a red dragon of his own. So, there's some chance I'm gonna actually lose quite badly, even though I'm winning by a lot. This is largely because he has a lot of Faeria pulled up. He's 14, that's a ton. Round Shaker does 1 to all. So I can play Living Willow and feed the forest, but I'll need another forest to do that. Now I can drop a land tile next to one of mine, or if I have a creature on one of his land tiles, I can place it adjacent to that. So I'm gonna play the forest there. I'm then going to move that dragon there. Then I'm gonna Living Willow there. I'm gonna feed the forest, which is gonna give me 7. I have another feed the forest, but I'm not so sure I want to do that. I think what I want to do is Water elemental. Place a thing there. And I'm thinking of just getting a copy of the red dragon. Just in case something bad happens to it. I'm roping right now. I need to create desert tiles if I ever plan on playing the, okay. +1/+1 and jump. Kills my red dragon. Frogify. I think it's time we do this. Put a desert there. Oh, that's too bad. Death touch. That kind of sucks. That gives me 2 though, and this threatens that. Just wonder if I should cycle any of these. Like if I should cycle that. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Okay. They got a wave crash Colossus. Interesting. So I got Garudon. Whenever an enemy creature dies. Damn, that's actually really annoying. I want to play Garudon here and kill that. But that is actually a real pain in the ass. Oh, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Fine, let's just do this. Gain 12. It's a tough call to make because that's a really powerful guy right now. 3 cards. I can do that, but I don't need to, so I think I'll wait. Another frog. Really? Damn, dude. It's pretty annoying. So that's the card he's gonna draw pretty soon. So that's bad. I should play one card. I'll play a Tyrannax, I guess. I could feed the forest it. In 6. Yeah, fine. I can't spell a whirl because I'm gonna be maxed out on cards. Okay. It's interesting, I guess. Sure. I think I'm just going to dunk some land tiles. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna play tons and tons of Garudons. This is the red dragon. In my opinion, the most powerful one. I am reading chat. I'm just a bit focused on this game because this is a tough one. I'm pretty short on mana right now. I guess I'll need another red to play the Firestorm. So let's just play Garudon. Gain 12. Okay. Let's gain 12. Oh, I guess I can't take it back. We'll just make that 12. I guess I'll feed the forest on that. Got another Earthcraft. Okay. He's playing a 3 Wishes deck as well. A lot of stuff is possible now, honestly. Phelps has 20 gold medals. That's pretty nuts. I don't know how this guy would come back this game, but it's possible. Like, he's playing 3 Wishes. Alright. Still win streak. I really think this deck is completely undefeated. I think I've never lost with this deck. Alright, pretty cool stuff. What does Feed the Forest do? Let me show you. So, Feed the Forest costs 1 and requires you to have 3 forests. Destroy a friendly creature to gain Faeria equal to its life and draw a card. So, in the deck I was playing, I use this because sometimes having more Faeria is the most important thing in the game. Like, if I have enough to Aurora's Dream, I'm just gonna win. So even if I'm like winning on the board with giant creatures, if I can kill off my creatures to play Aurora's Dream, I generally will want to do that. Because it's a combo deck, sometimes I need to burst out Faeria. And it also combos really well with Living Willow if I don't need like a lot of protection. Sometimes I need the taunt to stay alive, but usually I don't. And if I don't, I can play this, which is 3 for a 7 health guy, and then I could feed the forest. So it's a total cost of 4, and I go up to 7. So it's as if I use a card to gain 3 Faeria and cycle through my deck. And because my deck is combo, cycling is actually very important. Three mana Mogushan. Yeah. The cards that have like an oval animation or an oval image are ones that still have temporary artwork. So I think some of the temporary artwork is actually pretty good. Like I think this one's pretty sweet. But the ones that have like full image, it is the final artwork. Yeah. Alright, I might play some more battling